What's going on, everybody? Corey here, and it's been a while since my last video, but I just wanted to kind of get something out there. I think my last one was on the atomic deck stuff, and thank you for all the support with that video. It's done really well. I should be more consistent about posting. I'm just not, and I can come up with excuses all I want. A lot of them are valid for me with my back issues, general health, and everything, and trying to get healthier. Um, so really this channel has taken a little bit of a backseat for me. And then just kind of falling out of love with the magic community in general. And a little bit of magic. And I feel like that's a fairly common thing within magic. I think you hyper fixate on it for a while and then you just kind of start pulling back a little bit. And I think the community, especially now with social media, has made it um, just so much worse. But wanted to put a video up, but this is one I've actually been contemplating back and forth on if I should do it or not. Um, but just sick of seeing just like people not taking criticism. And I think I've done a video on criticism in the past. Um, but I wanted to kind of do another video, an update, because it's probably been a few years. So one of the big things I see is people do not, when you criticize someone, now, and I'm not talking like, just like the simple "you suck" when response posting to a magic video or something like that. Like, that's not criticism. I'm talking like constructive criticism, giving some feedback, saying, hey, this, like, you flash a little bit here or there, or like, hey, you really need to work more before you publish this or post it online, because we're in a world where we've got a lot of young kids, especially, or younger people or newer people into magic, that they learn something and they immediately post it once they learn it onto TikTok, onto Facebook, on Instagram, wherever. And a lot of times it's not polished. It's not ready for viewing. And I see, like, anytime any kind of criticism is given, one of the first responses I see, depending on who it is, oh, you're just jealous. And that's a pet peeve of mine, because like you could see certain people like get so like, hey, this is not ready to be put online. Like, you flashed like 30 times during this. Like, I know how the trick works because of your video. And then you start saying like, you're just jealous because this person had, like, we know this person has gigs or because of this. And that's not a valid argument. Like, why do we jump to the conclusion that someone's jealous just because they're they're commenting on someone's performance that they've posted publicly? And two magicians, I'm not saying like I don't agree with posting on, like, if someone's just doing performance videos and they're sharing in the public, it's still not great, and they should practice more. But that's something that we've just lost touch of people practicing because people get too excited. But when you comment anything, like just saying, hey, this isn't, like, this performance wasn't good, like, they're sharing it with a group of magicians on Facebook or something, where like you give the feedback and everyone attacks you. Like, I don't comment on things for this very same reason, for this very fact, because I've been in magic for a long time and I've seen the quality of magic drop dramatically over the last 10-15 years, because everyone rushes out to do things. But you can't give criticism. Um, and there's the argument like, well, if people aren't asking for it, you shouldn't give it. If people aren't asking for advice, don't give advice. It's like, well, when you're sharing with a group of magicians, you are, in my opinion, consenting to advice. Like, if I'm in person, even with a group of magicians, like, we're showing things off, I am welcoming feedback at that point. Like, the minute I decide to show magicians work or something I'm working on, I have invited that feedback. And it says a lot to the people who immediately jump through and bash the people providing criticism. It says a lot about those people, and those are people that I wouldn't want to have around me. Because when I do stuff for magicians, when I show them things, I want their feedback. Like, if I'm flashing or if my angles are bad and I didn't catch something, point it out to me. When I'm sharing with magicians, say, hey, Corey, this thing over here you did, like, I see a little bit of what's going on here, like, work on your angle, tilt your hands down, whatever the case may be. But we've so gotten away from anyone being able to take criticism, constructive or not, even if it's not constructive. Like, yeah, like, you should provide constructive criticism. That's coming from just a world in corporate as well. Like, if I'm having my work critiqued by my manager, there needs to be some constructive feedback. And we've just gone away from that. And God forbid you provide any kind of criticism, constructive or not, for a kid performer. And that's where you see a lot of kid performers who are rushing things out and posting because they're excited. And I get the excitement, but we don't have, I don't know, when me coming up in Magic, there was so much mentoring that went about. And you would see it still, like, people telling kids that did things sloppy or poorly. They're like, oh, that looks so great, because they didn't want to hurt the kids' feelings. But we've got to, like, we're seeing those kids turn into adults that are still performing Magic badly because they've never gotten the criticism growing up, and they've never been, like, taken under someone's wing to say, hey, these are things that you need to work on. It's the same with, like, where we end up with crediting. Like, someone will say, so I was like, oh, I invented this. It's like, well, no, you didn't. That's been around for 50 years or more. Like, yeah, you discovered it on your own. That's awesome. But you didn't invent it. Like, we've ran out of people being well read. It's all about the trick of the week. It's not about actual Magic education anymore. And again, I feel, with going into the trick of the week and books kind of taking a back seat, and even video more, like, we're all about, like, that one-off trick that we're spending $80 on for one single trick that's not worth $5 half the time, depending. That's being a little cruel, I guess. But we've just morphed into this really soft community that no one can take feedback or criticism. Or the criticism that's given isn't constructive, and it's immediately just saying, oh, well, you suck. Well, tell me why this sucks. Tell me something good that came from this that I did. Tell me something bad that came from this. And this isn't anything that's happened to me. I mean, I get shit on this YouTube channel quite a bit, but I don't care. But you're like, I don't know, no one wants to be told that they've done something poorly. And then when they are told, and it's given as constructive advice, they don't improve it. They, like, double down and almost do things worse. So, I don't know. This is a bit of a rant, but, like, I feel like these people need to be put in actual groups of magicians, of really good magicians who came up with, like, that mentoring program. I mean, not even a program, but, like, people tell you, like, hey, I really, like, you're doing really good things, but let's show you some things and let's work on some stuff. And we've lost that because it's all about selling tricks. And that's coming from every magic shop. Like, every magic shop, it's all about selling tricks. It's not about actually making people better. And, like, I would love to see some of these online magic shops have dedicated, like, mentoring programs that they could have in place. It can be done virtually, that you can sign up for. And I don't know, like, there's got to be something to improve the future of Magic, because, like, yeah, there's some really good young magicians coming up. They're starting out and kind of getting their feet wet. But there's a lot of really bad magic out there. Bad magic that's being released, and just people that aren't putting in the work to perform. And it's sad, because I don't want to see Magic turn to crap. But it feels like it's going that way. And I think it kind of starts with everything that's going on with not being able to take criticism, not being able to take the feedback, buying the latest and greatest all the time, because it's always overhyped. It's all about the promotion, because the magic shops want to make money. The creators want the magic shops to make money. Because you can say that the creators don't get paid. And that's true. They don't get paid great. When you release a trick, you might get X amount of money. You might not even get any residuals. But if that trick doesn't do well, that company might not release your next trick if you're a creative person. If it does really well, they'll most likely pick up your next trick if you're a creative that does a lot of creative magic. So, I don't know. It's something that's just been weighing on me, so I want to do a video of it. I'd love to know your opinion on it. Leave some comments. Let's have some discussions down below. You can tell me I'm wrong, but it's just the way I see things, and I'm seeing it a ton, and it's kind of one of those things that's really kind of burnt me out on Magic, because I'll look at someone's like, oh, that's not very good, and I go to the comments, and the first someone's already said is like, oh, this, you know, like, you need to work on this, and 30 people's like, oh, you're just jealous. No. Giving feedback and criticizing something and trying to help someone improve is not jealousy. It's trying to help someone improve. Sure, in some cases there might be a little bit, but I do think overall, in general, people are trying to help other magicians improve, because we don't want to see Magic become a giant joke again. So, I don't know. That's my thoughts. Let's have some comments down below. Have some discussion. Let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? And yeah. So anyways, thanks for checking out this video. Sorry it's been so long, and we'll catch you in the next one, whenever that might be.